Hello and welcome to my last Dominion match of the season 49. This is my match against yoifuro, I guess. It's probably how that's pronounced. And standing situation is that we are 1 and 2 in the standings. yoifuro has played really well. They started 2-4, but then have gotten 2 straight 5-1s to surge in first place. I don't need to take first place to promote, although obviously that would be good. Like to just both from an accomplishment standpoint and from the security of knowing that I will promote regardless of what the other players do. But yeah, I mean, if I can play reasonably well here, I'll still be in a good position, even if yoifuro ends up taking the top spot. Should be a good match. So we have Remake, Hermit, Sanctuary, and Research for thinning. It's kind of excessive. We have Pig, so we don't mind opening double terminal, so we probably want to open Remake, Hermit. So yeah, let's just do that. And then don't know how quickly any particular pile is going to empty, but certainly we should expect like peddlers to empty. So cities should get activated at some point. Do I even want to gain a card with this hermit? If I draw an estate here, which I have a 3 in 7 chance of doing. It's not great. I guess I'd probably buy a scavenger or another hermit, or I could just not buy anything. But if I hit 5, yeah, I don't know. Gaining a 3 cost doesn't seem amazing here. What? That was an awfully late request. Alright, do we want to take the scavenger? I guess. I don't know. This looks pretty bad already. Alright, here I guess we take Hermit, Native Village. We don't actually necessarily need a native village, but we can always pick it. So yeah, let's just take a madman here. Native village, not really an important card to pick up. I guess there's not really much risk in doing a set aside here. It's a lot of madmen, but like you don't actually have anything in your deck to do with them, I think. This is potentially the problem that my opponent's gonna have. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and set aside so that we can crash that, gain that, play this, discard. Do you want to top deck the Madman? Guess so. And cities are already activated because hermits have been piled, so that's something. We really would like to be able to hit 5. Ideally, I guess if we can remake the scavenger, that would also help. wondering if I should buy a peddler or take another madman, basically. We don't have any plus buy right now. Yeah. I think I'm going to take the madman. It's kind of close. There's a potential that we can do some gain and play this turn with the second madman. This is not exactly where I was expecting this game to go. Sanctuary for plus buy, yeah. Alright, so we can native village to pick up. And remake... We remake Scavenger into Sanctuary. Get plus buy. Hermit. I guess nothing Hermit gains is going to be relevant this turn. So I think we this that maybe that should that's actually all of our copper. What is that last card? Is that another Hermit? Maybe we just go double settler here. It's yeah. Exile copper. So yeah. This really is not going the way that I thought it would. So we could remake, if we need money, we could remake Hermits into Scavengers. Or at least one. Or we could just aim to take 2 more peddlers. Like, that might actually be better than gaining cities right now, while thinning the coppers. Unclear. Picking up another sanctuary would also be helpful. So this is another peddler. We have 2 coins. Could also remake the native village into a silver just to have some extra money. think we do want to just exile the copper while we have the opportunity. Remake. We aren't going to be able to gain in play if we don't hang on to a village of some kind. Maybe we could go double scavenger and then next turn turn the scavengers into 5s. Can't draw both the scavengers. We could. I guess we can. Never mind. We can't play them both, though. I guess we could take one scavenger. Take scavenger. God, I don't know. Don't know how to play this. The hermits really aren't doing anything. I don't think I mind trashing them, so let's at least get one scavenger. We go scavenger and then trash copper. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we can buy a 5 and a peddler. Trash the other scavenger and do a 5 next turn. Okay, that's the way to go. Or actually, should I? Yeah. Do I want another sanctuary? Or do I want a city? If I get a city now, that'll help me with gain and play next turn. I think I'm going to take the city. I can scavenge into remake into another sanctuary next turn. And maybe get rid of the native village too. I'm sure I underplayed that turn, but I don't know. Finding it difficult to figure out the line. We have 3 peddlers now. We could go Hermit Scavenger into Scavenger Sanctuary, and then we still hit 5. We can buy like 2 more peddlers and a 5. Probably be another city. Well, it's possible that we want to keep the Hermit around, and maybe it's better to go Native Village into Silver. I don't think giving me curses is going to be very effective. Okay, so we remake Native Village Scavenger into Sanctuary Silver. Keep the Hermit around. What are we going to be remaking this coming turn? We can start... I guess we take a city and we can start having Hermit gain stuff. Like Hermit gain... whatever. We're not going to be able to turn it directly into more cities, but we can at least turn it into, like, 4s and such. We'd also potentially remake into another remake. Although I don't know if we have the gains to support that. Probably don't. Cities are also going to get turned on if our opponent gains... Well, I guess they don't even have the ability to gain the rest of the peddlers, but... I mean, that's on the docket at least. Okay, so... I think we go ahead and gain silver. You can remake the silvers into scavengers and play them both. And then next turn, you can remake those into 5s. Oh wait, we can't actually play them both. Just kidding. But it'll still be worth it in our next turn, I think. So we go... We turn on cities. That's the question. I think we don't. We go Peddler, Peddler, City. And, like, we actually have something of a pile-out threat now. Especially, I mean, there's no way that yoifuro is going to take a Peddler, but... We can gain 2 more cities this turn. If they do... Well, they're not... Yeah, there's no way they're going to take the Peddler and turn on 3 of my cities, and knowing that I can remake into 2 cities and potentially just empty cities, and... Well, maybe I wouldn't be able to empty cities. I probably wouldn't. But... And I guess we're probably going to have to take... I mean, I guess if we just take Peddler Province... Can we just... I wonder if we can afford to afford to just empty here and then like and buy an estate. Maybe we can. We'll obviously be able to trash the curse. We only need to gain 2 cities, a peddler, and an estate. I bet we can do that if we have our. Oh, they took the peddler. Okay, well that's a bold move. Let's grab that. Gain an estate. Remake into city, scavenger into city. Yeah, I'm not sure I understand what they were thinking taking that peddler. There was no way that was safe. But I will take it. And I was second player. Cool. Oh boy. There's some stuff here. Familiar, mountebank, and tournament. Well, we're not gonna cavalry. We're not gonna want familiar given mountebank. That seems clear enough. I think we do probably want a silver. The trashing is just mint? Oh boy, okay. Well, we'll probably want to try to get off a big mint at some point. I think we go ahead and take tournament here, probably. We want to hit 5. I think it's better than any of the other 4s at doing that. All right, and we will. I definitely want the mountebank before the mint. Well, this next turn is going to be pretty bad. Is it possible that we want to buy cavalry, or if we buy cavalry and draw 2 estates, then we're really sad, which is pretty likely. Even if we draw estate copper, that's still not enough. I think we just have to buy mountebank. Like, I would like to get a captain, right? But I think we just have to get the mountebank. I don't think I particularly want another silver. I think I'm just going to take a pawn. All right, do we buy cavalry here? I think so. Might see the mountebank. Do. I don't particularly want another pawn. Maybe I should take another silver now. We're gonna need to get some villages, but couldn't afford that this time. Second mountebank might also be correct here. Although we do have the cavalry in our deck as well. Yeah, I would have preferred to get a captain for sure. But let's take the second mountebank and hope that things go well. Alright, well we can take the captain here. Minstrel putting in work. We would really like to see Mountebank here. Nope. So again, do we buy cavalry? The thing is, if we don't, we're gonna collide. If we do, we're at least less likely to collide. So I think the answer is Ah! Well, at least we got the captain. Otherwise, this was not a good shuffle. And we didn't have to take a curse. That was also nice. I guess it's possible we're hitting 4 here. Have we seen... I think we have seen all of our estates, so I think we are actually hitting 4, which means we can pick up a minstrel. Thankfully. It seems like it's going to be pretty difficult to actually get off a big mint, especially since the first time we hit, like, if we were to manage to hit 8 with mostly or all coppers, we'd probably want to take province anyway. Okay, we're getting pretty lucky with the mountebank here. They've only actually cursed me once. It's pretty unlikely. Oh, they went for mint over province. Interesting. Don't think I really want a silver. Do I want a pawn? Oh, mostly got that pawn for museum points. Oh, there goes the mountebank. It definitely could be correct to mint copper over taking province. It's not entirely clear. I haven't had that opportunity in any case. The fact that you can't trash the mint means that it's pretty important for it to be a good one. That's got to be another captain. We're going to trigger a shuffle here, which I guess means we're probably going to want to play captain as minstrel. Get our sift on. All right, now we've been evened out in mountebank versus, I think. That order doesn't matter. The question is, are we buying cavalry here? Or do you not have low play? I'd like to know. Having a cavalry on top of our deck isn't great. Having a horse on top of our deck kind of makes up for it. Just take another captain. And captain's pretty good on this board, for sure. We buy the cavalry. You know, we might only hit 4 or something. I think I'm just going to take the captain. Fuck. Goodbye cavalry here and fish for a village. So in this shuffle, we missed our one minstrel. Yeah, I don't think we have any villages down there to find. I think I'd rather just take another captain. Oh, we did actually have a captain. But we wouldn't have found it, looks like. Unless the card order is the other direction. I don't know. Maybe we would have. I'm actually, yeah, I think, whatever. I didn't think I had another captain down here, but I guess I did. All right. I think we probably just play minstrel here. We just want to sift, I think. Five. And we top decked a pawn and a horse. Could just take another minstrel. Could take it like a cartographer. That's museum points, and it's gonna help with the sifting. I think I'll take the cartographer. Still have not had an opportunity to trash more than like 3 coppers at once, I think, with mint. When I managed to trash 5. Is undoubtedly part of the reason that I'm probably behind. They got the province. Mint silver? I think I would want to do that. Alright, we just sifting again, probably. Top deck a mountebank. Okay. This has got to be card coin. Okay. I'm starting to regret that it wasn't buy. We've got the 8 here. We could take the province. We could take the mint. If we want a mint, there's no reason to draw that tournament, which would probably mean playing captain as cavalry. I think that... we could also take the province. In which case we might as well cycle... I guess we could play captain as pawn for card buy, but yeah, let's just keep going, I guess. All right, we got some horses out of the deal. Yeah, I think mint or province. Lining up tournament province is not that hard because captain as tournament is a thing. Which makes me more inclined towards the province. Followers at this point isn't the best because you're junking yourself. You are hand size attacking, but like there is the argument that the prize isn't that worthwhile. Mint is sort of anti-synergy with the minstrel stuff, though. I think I'm going to take the province. I'm really not confident in that read, but... It's actually pretty surprising that... Oh, there it is. What are you going to take? I think I would take Princess first, maybe? It's not totally clear. I could just take Steed. Followers? I don't know. It's... Like, I'm going to take all those estates. Does not look great. Okay, Steed. We should at some point take a farming village, even though Minstrel's a better card, just because of Museum, of course. Another thing to consider the next time we hit 8 is Enclave for maximum museum points. I would strongly consider Enclave as yoifuro here. Though, like, Captain Farming Village or something would also be reasonable. I don't like picking up extra pawns, though, because that makes it less likely that you can defend against Mountebank. All right. I don't really want to trigger a shuffle with these, I don't think. Could play... Captain's Farming Village makes it unlikely that I trigger a shuffle, though by no means guaranteed not to. Pawn and tournament are also options. We know that they just discarded their tournament. They did shuffle their deck, but it makes tournament pretty likely to be safe. Oh, come on. All right, well... I think we just go cavalry here and take a farming village. On the followers. Okay. I mean, it might be worth it. Hmm. Okay. So we know tournament will work. Now, I think that's what I'm gonna go for. Just get the coin. Why didn't I play one of these as minstrel? Well, 3, 4. I mean, it would be good to get. I could just play them as tournaments and try to hit Enclave. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that'll work. Still well behind in points, though. They've got 2 uniques from the prizes, which is part of the reason. They've also got the mint. I guess that's that plus the estate is basically the reason. So I guess we're probably tied on curses. I thought maybe I had taken one more curse with the followers play, but maybe not. If I didn't, that would be surprising. But math checks out. Oh, I'm the only one of the farming village though, so maybe I do have 2 more curses. Silvers and Wandering Minstrel do not seem to synergize very well, but... Okay, top deck a horse, and... Do I want to just Minstrel again? Or... Do I care about this pawn? Not really. More likely to want to buy Enclave or Province than like 2 different things. Oh, hello, we're at the end of our shuffle. How about that? How about that? So I think this is too much stuff to make miss even with all the junk. Question is, do I buy Enclave or do I buy Province? Province does make it more likely that I can grab one of those prizes for museum points. So I guess I'm going to take a Province. Maybe my deck is actually a little bit better. I do have more captains, although I don't have any in play right now. But the opponent seems to be slowing down a bit. Okay. So if we discard the silver and captain as tournament works... I wonder if we discard the cavalry. Maybe we do. Like, how many more times are we going to get through this shuffle anyway? Oh, we'd be taking princess though, right? Maybe we should leave the silver on top then. Actually, oh no, wait, no, not undo, never mind. Can I cancel the, yeah, okay. we can just take province again. Probably should. Not one other pawn. We can captain his tournament again here and grab diadem. Which is, you know, a fine enough card. To be worth 2 points. Assuming that our opponent doesn't take it first, but... Will I take bag of gold? If they do, I guess probably. We've already got a duchy. I mean, we could just take the duchy anyway, I guess, but... Okay, well, not a consideration. Action is coin here, so I guess we go... Card action. We could take the buy, but... Well, if we take the buy, we can still hit province with the extra action that we have. Okay. I think I was right to discard that cavalry earlier. We're down to 2 provinces left. And speaking of that, we might get mountebanked, but it probably doesn't matter. I will be floored if my opponent can double province here. I also wouldn't be surprised if I can't take a province myself, but... we shall see. Could also see them trying to hit double duchy here. We got 1 gold. If they have gold... some... okay, never mind. Oh, yeah, that'll do it. Surely that's double duchy. I don't think... Whoa! So bold! Okay, we top decked a mountebank, so we know we're going to hit 4 minimum. It's the best thing the captain can do. We could go minstrel. Most of our economy is in treasures, though. Captain in his tournament is obviously risky. Just play the horse. Okay, we've got 5. So realistically... if we play tournament like draw silver or something, we can win. I think it's worth a shot. Okay. Close, but no cigar. It's got to be duchy. Wait, why did I lose? Did I lose points? Or they just took... I'm confused about the score situation, but... yeah, I could well lose here. That was a bold move on their part. And the thing is that the followers did not affect my ability to hit province, but I just you know, it could have. And I mean, I guess starting from a 3-card hand, regardless of the fact that 2 of the cards I discarded were crap, still means I'm unlikely to hit Province, but seemed like a bold move with the plus buy and everything. You gotta take, I guess you could take Bag of Gold, actually. Man, I thought I was winning that one. Despite my opponent having better fortune in the early game. Managed to take a lead, but it was not enough. I was 1 coin short of winning the previous turn, though, so it's not like it was that far away. All right, well, I guess I'll pause this. All right, here we go. Monastery, there's a trashing, and loan. There's a draw, there's villages, there's plus buy. It's all a little on the weak side, but I think we can make it work. I'm wondering about opening Ironworks. Whoa. Okay, opening Academy doesn't seem great, but Ironworks Monastery, specifically start spamming farming villages, smithies. I think I'm gonna get that Ironworks. Up to high roll. No high roll. That's okay. We probably don't want much or any silver here. Thinking about, I mean, we could take a loan. We're not going to gain silver. We might as well take a loan. Right? I think so. All right. I wonder if we actually take second Ironworks here. Increases the chances of high rolling. If I'd known I was going to have this hand, I would have considered Ironworks for loan here so I could hit 4, but as it is, I think I will take Candlestick Maker. Other one? Meh. This is going to be farming village, I guess. Plans to get smithy. I wonder if yoifuro is going to take shrine points here. If they've got monastery in hand, they should. If they don't, it's less clear. So I guess it doesn't matter if I take smithy or farming village first because I'm going to pick the other one up, but the other Ironworks. Although I guess I could end up skipping it with the loan. Something to watch out for. But yeah, let's get the village first. If we terminal draw, I guess we take Smithy now. It's going to be Village Smithy. I don't know if Academy is actually that important. I want a third candlestick maker. Kind of don't right now. Is it insane to take the shrine points? It's pretty weak, but third candlestick maker is just does not seem great. And like, I mean, if I had the monastery, I'd feel a lot more comfortable about it, but I could afford a peddler. And I'll take the third candlestick maker if it means I'm trashing a copper anyway, but oh boy. This is not going well. I'm really not sure what went wrong here. We should probably take a kiln, huh? We could take Academy, but then we don't even get to trash. Oh no, wait. Undo. I'll take the shrine points. I wonder if we'll actually find a smithy this turn. That'd be nice. The problem is that since our opponent has Academy, they can just like spam smithies. I've had to take a couple of farming villages. I have fewer smithies. I'm not drawing. Oh, well, that was a weirdly bad turn for them. Be surprised they took silver over smithy. Come on. I do to deserve this. And I've got two smithies at the bottom of my shuffle, no academy, no farming villages. Like, what the heck? Probably can't even play this lone. Fucking disaster. Yeah, those were like Were those the only smithies in my entire shuffle? They were. What the heck? Not sure if I play a smithy this turn or not. I want to play the loan if I want to afford a peddler. I guess I should, but probably need to take that last smithy either which way. But then I have one smithy in my whole frickin' shuffle. Two? Two smithies. Just frickin' sad. If I draw one of them dead. On the other hand, if I don't, I can buy some peddlers, maybe. Or that could happen, and it could be pretty irrelevant. Okay. Okay. Really do wish I had Academy now. Like I said, I like never hit 5, except, well, I could have got it the one turn I got the kiln, but then I wouldn't have gotten to trash and blah blah blah. Still don't think the Academy Open was actually good, but not having Academy at this point is pretty damaging. And they might be able to pile out now on candlestick makers. Depending on how many, I mean, they have like a whole lot of ironworks left. Yeah, that this has got to be a pile out. Oh. I guess that works too. They already had a points lead, but... Well, that was frustrating. I don't think I'm expected to have shuffles that bad. Like, Ironworks Monastery is not an opening that's going to help you hit 5. No, but I didn't, you know, need to hit 5 right away. Okay. Tower. There's not any actual trashing. You could try to do a rats pile out thing, potentially, with Tower, though, depending on score. Villages are Bustling Village, Snowy, and Sculptor gaining silvers. Pretty rough. Horn of Plenty, Megaturn potential, but it's difficult. Engineer being able to gain cavalry makes it seem pretty darn good. I'm gonna take an engineer. I'm very unsure how this ends up playing out. Pathfinding. There's not a lot of great targets for that either. Like, you can... Oh, I guess if you pathfind settlers, it also applies to Bustling Village. Okay. So I guess that probably is the target, which maybe means that I want to just go ahead and take a settlers. Maybe. don't know that I'm in a rush to hit 5 at least. Could also take snowy. Throw some plus buy at the problem. Yeah, so Snowy Village, Settlers, Silver. Not in a real rush to get Barge, I guess, or Sculptor. I'm just gonna take... I mean, worst case scenario with Snowy is like, I play the Snowy and then I hit 3 anyway. But it does... It means I can engineer for cavalry and keep my turn going. Like, if I draw into... Well, I guess if I buy silver, there's nothing for me to draw into that would problem anyway. But yeah, I think I want the plus buy. Okay, here I think I'm just going to go ahead and buy cavalry. I'm even harder for the engineers than I was. So the question is, do I take more cavalry, or do I just take some settlers, knowing that I'm going to potentially draw the Snowy Village dead? If I take 2 cavalry, yeah, let's take... I think we want to get another engineer. Oh good, we get the Snowy on top. Skulk, huh? Don't quite get that one. If cavalry and settler bustling village runs, then the rats out does become a real legitimate consideration. Okay, we can only take so many cavalry, right? Right? Maybe not. Take settlers engineer. Settlers. Yeah, okay. I think I'm just going to engineer for settlers by settlers here. We probably do want another snowy village, and we definitely want another snowy village, but maybe I should take the snowy then. Although it's not going to do anything right now. You're gonna empty the cavalries. That would be annoying. I think I would actually have fewer than them at that point. Realized they had 2 engineers. I probably should have paid attention to that. Oh, okay. It's mostly the tower points that are the reason that I say that. I think I'm gonna buy cavalry. Find my snowy village. Down here somewhere. But I can't have it. I guess I bottom decked it, didn't I? Well, that's fun. I don't want to buy another engineer, so I'd have liked to buy settlers. Guess we're playing this snowy village. I'd like to get the last cavalry. And now I've just played 2 of my snowy villages with 13 cards to go in my deck. Yikes. Okay, so we can engineer cavalry and then pop it for settlers. Probably need a silver. I think so. Got that tower lead. Tiles are low. We no longer have an engineer, so we do have to actually buy things. Maybe I should have taken another engineer, but I can get some bustling villages. It's gonna be hard with all these cavalry that's in my deck, but if I can. That'll help a lot. What does engineer even want at this point? Means there's the rats thing, but it's not ready yet. Okay, they are gonna pick one up. Interesting. Envious? Well, if I draw my silver, I won't be able to afford anything, but I can't anyway. Don't want an engineer. Ooh, almost pathfinding. Love to pathfind my settlers. There's no way that's going to happen this shuffle. Also be pretty happy to take a sculptor, but if I hit 5, I'm taking bustling village. And I did. Amazingly enough. I'm actually pretty surprised yoifuro didn't want bustling village. I guess it's possible that I should actually pathfind cavalry, but given the difficulty of playing them, I still think not. I want a bustling village. I don't quite understand. Oh my gosh, I'm actually going to get to buy another one. Alright, now this shuffle we should actually be able to do some stuff. I mean, it's still possible we're going to have some crap turns, but this one. I guess I will go ahead and take another silver. We do have to be careful of the rats out here. Still 3 bustling villages left, 2 engineers. There's no way that for yoifuro to get like any money while doing a rats out. So they can't buy 2 engineers. They could buy 1. I doubt they have enough rats to rats out anyway, but barge again, dang. Man, really? Greg. Okay, here we go. And we only have 3 buys. From the snowy villages. So we have if we really pop off, we're not going to be able to like pile out or anything. We're definitely going for the rats out. I've got 10 points to their 5, which is they'll get reduced down to 3 points from playing the rats because they'll have to trash the estates, rest of their estates. If I empty bustling villages, I get another as many as 9 points to their 1, depending on if they take any themselves. So it's possible that if I take a province at some point, then they can't actually rats out anyway. Oh. Yeah, province doesn't help with the rats thing, so I don't quite understand that. Okay, so I guess we probably just play all the cavalries before we shuffle here. We definitely need to hit 8 for pathfinding. Nothing else. I'm gonna do any time now. Okay. We have enough cavalry left. I think we just go all the way here, as it were. Okay, so we just top decked 7 horses. Is it possible we don't need pathfinding? We can take a Horn of Plenty. Okay, what does Horn of Plenty get us? Bustling Village, Settlers, Cavalry, Snowy, Copper, Silver, Horn is 7. So what if we took... We can't afford Bustling Horn Skulk, unfortunately. We could... I guess we could take Gladiator. Bustling Horn Gladiator? It seems kind of bold. Engineer? Or we don't take a Bustling Village and we just go Pathfinding Horn and we don't plan to get Province from Horn next turn, which is probably fine. I mean, Pathfinding makes us so much more reliable. We could still get a province if we take Engineer, actually, now that I think about it. Maybe that's worth it. We can mostly pay the Engineer back by gaining a Gladiator or a Skulk with it. Let's find the Bustling Village or the Cavalry. I think it's the Bustling Village. I think I will take the Engineer. Yeah, like I said, they can't rats out with 2 engineers left. We don't have to worry about that yet. And they just cost themselves a point, trashing cavalry. Ooh. What? A weird order. So I guess the thing with the pathfinding is that we don't have to play as many cavalries now, so we can afford to spend an extra action on like engineer to gain gladiator or whatever. Okay, wait, now they're going for horns? But their deck is full of rats. I don't know how that's gonna work. I guess if you play enough horns, you can gain them. No, but you can't have the horns left in your deck. I don't know. As if you have enough draw, but I don't see how you could have enough draw. Oh, okay. There's also the possibility that I can do the rats out. No, wait, no, because I can't. If they buy an engineer, no, but then I will have the debt. Yeah, I'd have to. I could do it turn after this. I could gain a rats with the engineer, right? And I guess it's possible that I would actually have enough horses that I could rats trash the horses and still have money. Hmm. 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 Now that is interesting. Like, play some cavalries, and then like rats can start trashing horses. I mean, probably I would trash engineer to gain 2 rats, and then I needed to rats 8 times. I have 8 horses? Yeah, I potentially could. You need to have 2 rats to do the rats out, right? Play rats, draw rats, gain rats. I guess in the world where I draw into the horses first, though, I don't know. It's something to consider, I guess. Bought a rats? Bought 2 rats. I don't understand that, but okay. Doing the rats out, I don't think you need the rats. But you do need the engineer. Although you can't repay the debt next turn. Yeah, see, you need to have the engineer without any debt for it to work. So that doesn't work. Unless you can... No, you don't have the horn anyway. Undid that. What? I'm very confused. no. This was way too early in my turn to find no more of these guys. Way too early. Well, we could. We have Bustling Village Settlers, Snowy Village Cavalry, Engineer, Copper, Silver, Horn. So we can take a province if we want with the Horn. We can't replace the Horn, though. If we take a province, it's 16 points. But they cannot empty piles this turn. I'm wondering if I should actually take a Rats so that I can have that set up without needing to play the Engineer next turn. Also, taking 1 Rats means that they end with 19 points. I'm at 17. Not that that's really good enough, like, anyway, if it comes to that, but I had 13 coins, 7 coppers, 3 silvers, 13 coins. So if I take a silver for my buys, I'm at 15. And if I take a gladiator, I'm at 16. So I should probably do that. And maybe, since my opponent can't pile anyway, maybe I should take Bustling Village or another Horn. You know what? Let's not gain a Rats. Let's gain a Gladiator to potentially hit double province next turn. Another Horn. There's not really a world where... Oh, we don't get to buy... Oh, never mind. Yeah, we get to buy a card costing up to 3. Maybe I should have taken a Skulk with the Engineer instead of the Gladiator, but it's an extra stop card. Do I take the Bustling Village? No, I can gain more Bustling Villages. I mean, it is more draw, but I'll have enough draw, I think. I don't think that's going to be an issue. Just take another silver? I guarantees I can hit double province if I draw. The Gladiator doesn't have to go off, though the Gladiator will go off because I'm the only one with Bustling Village or Horn. Horn being the more relevant consideration. What does the silver get me? Probably not very much. Yeah. Let's... Well, I mean, we really should be able to draw here. Like, we're gonna get the whole, like... Well, our settlers are gonna draw these coppers up. Because we don't have any horses in here. Yeah, let's not take the silver. Okay, we do have horses in here. Just kidding. I'm not quite sure I understand how, because I thought I top decked all my horses, but... Am I crazy? Are they going to be able to do this? Like, just off of not having to chew through their entire hand by 2 engineers? They only need to hit 4 coins. They do need to have 2 more rats and actually have the 4 coins. This is actually super scary. Odds are they do have this. I really didn't think they would, but wow. Well, that's pretty shocking to me. I really did not think there was enough hand size increasing to actually have a hand left after playing all those rats, but apparently they did. That was... Not sure what I needed to do to hedge against that. I mean, if I'd popped engineer for 2 rats... No, because they didn't have to trash their province. Yeah. Way of the Patrician, okay. So... This looks like... No copper trashing. I don't want open remodel to trash estates. Probably silver remodel. I mean, we're going to want merchants, right? So we're going to want a silver. Labyrinth is gain a 2nd card, so Camel Train doesn't help what that remodel does. I guess if I hadn't bought that engineer myself, I'd have been in a better position. Maybe that was my mistake. I have 1 more turn. Probably taking an insurmountable lead. Ugh. Really? Not only can I not buy anything this turn, but also I can't remodel an estate. That is fantastic. Please let my remodel be bottom decked. Please. You know what, actually, I guess if I remodel copper into copper, I can buy a Wayfarer. So I guess that's fine. Oh, and I also have the silver, so I could still potentially hit a reasonable price point, but oh my god, that's still really freaking garbage. Okay, it was bottom decked, which now that I'm looking at it isn't so obviously a good thing. Do we just take Wayfarer, but we don't have a village? You take... Man, this sucks. I take Snowy. I take Inn and then play it as... What's it? Patrician. I guess that's what we want to do. Probably. I mean, maybe we'll play it normally. We want to shuffle it in. I guess we probably do, because then we can remodel and buy a Wayfarer. It makes it more likely that we get through the shuffle faster, and we aren't going to need much money. Although, we play... We have 2 coins. We're not going to be able to buy a Wayfarer. If we find our silver, then we can remodel a state and a merchant and buy a Wayfarer. Yeah. And I guess remodeling... No, I really don't want to remodel into copper, though. Remodel copper into copper also kind of sucks. If we draw an estate, though, you know, that sucks too. Man. What's more likely? So we have a 1 in 4 chance of drawing an estate if we play it as patrician. We have a 5 in 7 chance of drawing a copper. We play in, we have a 2 or 1 in 4 chance of drawing a silver. Yeah, I think it's got to be this. Okay. Because it's possible that we'd actually rather have Snowy right now than Merchant. Yeah, I would believe that. I want a Mastermind already. Or do I want Swashbuckler? Well, never mind. I don't think I want second remodel. I think I'll just take Merchant. Could take Camel Train. Camel Train makes it a lot more likely that I have a really sad hand, though. I think I'll wait on that until I have a little bit more deck control. I wonder if it's correct to play Merchant as Patrician here. We don't get the coin, but we have a 2 in 9 chance. Well, I guess it's 2 in 10. Yeah, 2 in 10 chance to draw Wayfarer or Inn. 1 in 5. Doesn't... Of course, we only have a 1 in 10 chance to draw silver anyway. Well, I guess it's better than that, because if we top deck in... I mean, if we draw Wayfarer, it doesn't really do us any good. Although we might end up playing Wayfarer as Patrician in that case. Just seems unlikely that playing Merchant regularly is going to make the difference between like hitting a price point we care about and not doing so. So I think I'm going to do this. Okay. So yeah, it wasn't going to make any kind of difference. And we saw both of our estates, which means we don't get to remodel an estate again. Wonderful. probably going to remodel the silver. I can get the silver back from Wayfarer. Cut purse. Well, this is awkward. I could buy an estate. Like remodel silver to mastermind, buy an estate. Just to get the labyrinth points. I guess I could remodel copper to estate, buy a merchant. That also gives me labyrinth points. Oh god, this is so bad. Let's get the mastermind. At least now we have more targets for remodel. And we should get labyrinth points this turn because we're going to take a silver from Wayfarer. All right. I think I'm just going to take another merchant. Like, yeah, cut purse does hurt, but I want deck control. I guess we're going to triple play remodel here. Crash into 2 merchants and then cycle it. It is going to trigger a shuffle, though. Maybe I should trash this. Ah, damn it. I don't want the mastermind to miss the shuffle. But triple playing Snowy Village seems not great either. Both because we don't get the extra actions and because we don't get to remodel multiple times. I mean, I guess I could remodel the Snowy Village into an inn. It's not totally ridiculous. I could remodel an estate into a Snowy Village. Yeah, maybe that's the thing to do. Remodel. We could remodel Snowy Village into. Oh, but we're not going to actually draw it because if we remodel both of the estates, it doesn't matter the order. All right, let's go. State into merchant. guess the other thing we could do is remodel this copper. We can buy a Wayfarer if we do. We have to go copper into copper for that to work. I think that's okay. Left that on top, I guess. We had 2 Wayfarers. I guess I'll do that. Always remodel them into provinces. Wonder how many merchants I should be playing as patrician here. Maybe I just do it until I know that I find inn or yeah, pretty much inn or snowy, I guess. Okay. Well, fine. Just get another mastermind. Okay, so here we're gonna definitely mastermind a Wayfarer. I guess the question is, are we gonna take silvers off of it? Like, it does give us remodel fodder. We do still have an estate that we can remodel, though. So unless we're remodeling estate into remodel, which might be correct at this point, we probably shouldn't take more silver. Or maybe we take like 1 silver after we trigger the shuffle. That would make some sense, I think. Okay. Go in first. Or do we have... Should have a second inn down there. I guess we can just play this Wayfarer first. We have 5 cards down here, and maybe one of them is an inn. I don't think it's worth playing any of the merchants, as none of them are inns, in fact. We benefit at all from... We play Snowy. We play 1, 2, 3, 4. We can't play... Yeah. I think we want to play the merchant first. Play the Snowy, remodel, state into remodel. Don't gain that. Remodel. You... We probably want another mastermind, but we can pick that up next turn. Let's take a swashbuckler. I guess it might be time to province. Might be time to province. We could definitely use more actions. Wonder whether there was a way for me to get that, to have that remodel be into another mastermind. That would have been nice. And I guess 1 in should be sufficient even if we don't actually mastermind it. But maybe we should mastermind it. We get the coffer. And we get the actions. We don't decrease hand size that much, and we probably have enough draw that we can manage. I mean, not triple playing the Wayfarer or Swashbuckler is going to be worse. Although if we get hit with Cut Purse, I guess, then maybe we do just go Swashbuckler. Take 3 coffers. I know that I expect to get hit with Cut Purse, but it's possible. Nope. Okay. I guess we could also start considering Camel Train for gains at this point. Mostly I want to take a silver remodel. Silver into mastermind, get another mastermind down though. Guess we discard a merchant. I don't think we'll need the Snowy actions, but yeah, you never know. I think we know we want to gain at least 1 silver, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And if we gain another silver, we can remodel 2 silvers and still hit with our merchants, but they actually do appear to lack the draw. So let's just not. We're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 and 6, 13 again. So we can go province 5 again. Really wish I had enough to loop back, but I think we're gonna just take Swashbuckler in again, and I'll remodel. I can remodel copper into a state and then spend my coffer. I don't mind spending the coffer. I don't really care about getting the chest. This will give me some fodder for next turn. Yeah, maybe this turn we triple play Swashbuckler. We're definitely triple playing Swashbuckler if we get cut first, but we also have to remember we have 3 Wayfarers, and Wayfarers can be turned into provinces. So we've got some ability to spike in that sense. Another thing to consider is that if we... So the inn didn't gain us net cards, it did gain us net actions, but it was more in actions than we needed. Yeah, I think we're just going to triple play Swashbuckler regardless. I mean, we could triple play Merchant, I guess. Split the difference. That does increase hand size, and it also increases actions. That might be the way to go. I mean, we had like 7 extra actions at the end last turn, though. We have 2 extra inns that we didn't 2 turns ago when we were running low on actions. We do also have, however, 2 extra Swashbucklers, so it's tricky. I think maybe... Oh, there it goes. Okay, we're doing Swashbuckler. Can also potentially get max value farmer's market coins wise here. Might be the thing to do. Now, if they double province, I should be able to empty provinces by remodeling province to province. I have 2 provinces, so I don't even need to draw back around to do it. And getting the Swashbuckler coffers will allow me to hit double province money-wise. Not to mention not remodeling a silver. So I don't think they can safely double province. Hopefully they do it. Oh, okay. Not even going to buy 1 province? Well, all right then. I do have the ability to gain provinces from remodel gold to province. They can do 2 provinces that way, and without that money, they were able to hit double province. So they can potentially gain 4 provinces too. But if I were to buy 2 provinces and remodel 2 wayfarers into provinces, I would have 6 provinces. That seems like it'd be hard for them to come back from. And it seems like that might be the thing that I should try to do. Which means playing the merchants normally. We can play 1 wayfarer without having to worry about that. Probably don't gain the silver with it. Okay. So in our discard pile are going to be 5 cards. We probably don't want to trigger a shuffle, which means unfortunately no mastermind gain in play, but we're up by 5 provinces. I don't think it's going to matter. We could discard this other inn, this estate, without any compromise to our draw. Is this going to be all our merchants? I think so. 5 merchants. Oh, we have another swashbuckler down here? I didn't account for that. 5 cards. Nah, let's just do the straightforward thing. Oh, I don't have fit. Oh, frig. I thought I had. What? How did that happen? Because I had a coffer last turn. Son of a. Should have done the math. Still, if I have 5 provinces. A duchy. I'm at 40 points. I need 34 points. 3 provinces is 18. I think it's... gotta be safe. I mean, they don't have that many gains. They don't have that much money. Like, they'd need 16. They'd need like 5 duchies, 6 duchies, 5 duchies estate. What actually doesn't even work. Well, they are going to get the farmers market points, I guess. So 5 duchies plus the farmers market points, or maybe 4 duchies and an estate and farmers market points. I'm not exactly sure. Shoot. If I'd realized that, if I'd realized I had another swashbuckler, which I should have known if I'd been paying attention, and if I had realized that I was going to be a coin short, like, if I'd held on to the inn, I could trigger the shuffle with the inn, discarded, played the swashbuckler, gotten another coffer, and hit the double province, and then I would really be smooth sailing, but I miscounted. I should have actually counted, right? Yeah, playing that in. I played merchant. Yeah, I needed to keep the in, discard. I don't know. Maybe risk discarding Mastermind. Maybe just discard Copper. I don't know. I'd have had to count it, but that was a mistake. I think I left them a chance where, like, I think they wouldn't have had a chance if I had another province instead of a duchy. They still might not have the gains to do it. I mean, remodel. If they have, like, remodel and 2 golds in hand, they can take 2 of the provinces at least. They can't take the 3rd from remodel because they don't have another card that costs 6, but you could take a duchy. Little mistake. Now, if they don't have the remodel in hand, that will obviously reduce their gains a little bit. They could triple play Farmer's Market for buys, but that's not very good. Otherwise, they'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 buys, right? Regular buy, snowy, farmers, 4 buys, so 6 gains. They get to 10 points from Farmer's Market. They get another 18. They get to 28 off of provinces, which is 3 of their gains. Then they have 3 gains left to gain the duchies while being down 12 points. Okay, so they can only do this if they have the remodel in hand, I think, because otherwise they don't have the gains. If they have the remodel in hand, well, they I don't know if they need the golds in hand or not. That's more complicated to figure out, but I guess Farmer's Market in hand is also a possibility in terms of buys, but I'm skeptical that they will have enough money to buy province and 4 duchies. And that's province and 4 duchies is only a tie, I believe. Assuming remodel gold to province twice. Still, I didn't need to make it this close. Okay, so now they have the buys. The 2 extra buys are enough to get, like, you know, an extra duchy and an estate for a win or something. Actually, yeah, tie, they would lose a tie, so they can't take. They might also be pretty action constrained. I guess they have 3 ends. I could have gotten that other province, and then I would not be in this position of having them even have a chance. It's just, ugh. Deeply upsetting. I mean, I'm still skeptical that they can actually afford all of that. Like, they did get a number of coffers off the Swashbuckler, of course, but actually only 2. Like, it's a lot of money. And they're gonna have to remodel the gold. So, like, province, 4 duchies, that's 28. We're at 13. They only have the one merchant. Silver gets them to 16. 7 coppers gets them to 23. I don't think they have it. That purse gets them to 25, but yeah, I don't think they have it. Or do they need 30? 12 from 4 duchies. 6 is 18. Oh, no, that's not. Oh, they need 5 duchies? No, wait. No. No, what am I talking about? They're going to need 3 provinces. That was them at 28. 4 duchies and an estate. Right. So, okay, well, if they're doing that, that's a good sign that they're not actually going to be able to do it. I mean, I could dud here for what it's worth. Although if I... Like, the odds of me dudding aren't that high. And I don't need a ton of money this turn, so I can just play merchant as patrician to try to make sure that I don't dud. But yeah, I think they're not ending the game. That much seems clear. There's no way that you remodel cut person a duchy over gold into province, right? If you think that I might dud, do you take duchies or do you take provinces? You don't take 2 provinces, but maybe you take 1 province. Because if I take 2 provinces, you're losing regardless. You might take 1 province. Like, I'm too likely to be able to take at least 1 province even if I dud, right? But is that their only silver? Yeah. They're not even getting the coin from that. I guess they take triple duchy estate and say, no, you got to spend the coffers, right? I think I would probably take the province. Province, triple duchy. I don't know. I'm just gonna go quad duchy. What? Oh, to get wayfarers? Or at least a wayfarer? So we really, if we can find our remodels, we'll just win. That's not good. Holy crap. Seriously? Fucking seriously? Gotta be kidding me. I mean, even if I'd gotten that other province, I would lose. At this point. What the heck was that? I drew 4 provinces and a duchy. All but one of my green cards, plus 4 of my, like, 6 coppers? Or do I only have 5 coppers? Yeah, I only have 5 coppers. Like, what? What the hell? I mean, I know a dud was possible, but... It shouldn't have looked like that. Once I got to triple play Merchant as mouse and play a bunch more merchants as mouse, like, I should have found, like, an inn or a swashbuckler. Come on! It's just garbage. Why would you remetal before triggering a shuffle? Triggling? I mean, not that it's going to matter, but... Like, I know I made a mistake, but on the previous turn, but I still would have lost. Like, that's just ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. Just... There's no way that should have happened. I played so many merchants. Like, where the frick were any of my... Alright, what are we doing on this board? Opening Old Witch supplies, I suppose? I mean, we could open Counterfeit, but getting the Old Witch going seems like the way to go to me. Do we end up playing with Nobles and draw, or do we just sort of... Oh, you know, Necromancer, Way of the Horse, if we put stuff in the trash, we can play Necromancer as thing, as horse. So that's actually what we want to do. I think I'm going to go ahead and get the Necromancer now. Okay. Now I kind of wish I had just taken another supplies, but... Alright, gotta be Counterfeit now. So yeah, we're gonna trash a horse here. I mean, we could have... No, we have all our various states in here. Well, we could trash a copper, but I don't care about doing that. I would care about trashing an estate. Oh, wait. We can play Zombie Apprentice's Way of the Horse. Never mind, I'm not going to trash this horse. Amazing. Well... Is it too early for Horn of Plenty? I really wish I'd found my Counterfeit, but, like, we're still gonna have plus actions be an issue here. But Horn of Plenty, I mean, we can gain supplies off of Horn of Plenty, which is fine. We could take another Necromancer, which can still be played as a horse. Or a lab, essentially. Maybe that's better right now. Yeah, alright. I think it probably is. I don't think there's any way we're going to do like a Horn Megaturn thing. Could be wrong, but... Old Witch, Necromancer, supplies, Horn, Counterfeit, Nobles, Silver Gold, or potion. I mean, I guess it's possible. Seems difficult, but possible. So yeah, we can play up to 3 necromancers as labs before we need to start trashing things to continue to play necromancers as labs. So yeah, it might just be that we're playing necromancer just to draw our deck. Playing Old Witch as our only terminal and not worrying too much about the plus actions from nobles. And also, at some point, Necromancer the Old Witch, I guess. I don't... well, I guess I'm already triggering the shuffle. Okay, good. We found the counterfeit. Another Necromancer and a Horn, I think. This is a good shuffle to trigger. Oh, I've been forgetting to play Horse's Way of the Horse. Oh no! I have lost so many style points. Card up to 6 coins. Maybe just another Horn. We could take like an Embassy or something. I'm gonna give our opponent a silver? Probably not. Now let's take another Horn. Take another Supplies. And we can take literally anything and turn it into a horse with whatever. With we take Taxman, trash it, and then start using it as horse with Necromancer. Or just horse the Taxman if it doesn't line up. So, you know, whatever. I guess vineyards won't be too bad because of the supplies. We get a lot of horses. And like the last turn, we can counterfeit them too. Top deck the Taxman. Not ideal. Okay. Maybe we should take a gold in anticipation of eventually horning for provinces. One gold. One more horn. I think I will go ahead and buy a noble. Oh, yep, pathfinding. Holy crap. I totally did not notice there was pathfinding. What? I mean, not that I really need it right now, but I mean, we could pathfind Necromancer. Or we could go like noble supplies and then really be drawing if we pathfind Necromancer, I guess. Yeah, let's do it. Actually, wait. I want not a gold now that I realize I'm going to do this. I want another Necromancer. I want to go Necromancer. Or, oh, wait. Ah! I see what happened. There we go. Pathfind Necromancer. Boom. Done. Obviously, this taxman should have actually been a Necromancer, but I wanted something to trash, and I didn't want to trash a Necromancer. Too valuable. Okay, here we go. A as Zombie Apprentice. Wait, what? No! Ah! Damn it! I obviously don't want to play Zombie Mason. Do I care enough about supplies to buy more supplies? Yeah, that's probably true. Let's get another horn. Horn. Another horn. We do need to get something that gives us the ability to gain provinces. So I guess now I take the gold? Or the embassy or whatever. Oh, let's say it's gold. And buy noble supplies, I guess. Oh, piles are lower than I realized. I forgot about curses. Fortunately, my opponent doesn't have the horns to empty the horns, but we could just win on that, probably. Oh, no old witch. So if we horse the nobles, we can't empty provinces, but we've got... It doesn't matter, right? So long as we give them the curse. We have enough horns. We can counterfeit a horn too. Yeah, we just horse this. And then we go... One, two, three, four. So we go like bonk, 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 bonk. Okay, that was something. I am still in distress about that previous game. I definitely feel like I had the advantage there, and like even though that made that mistake, like I don't know, maybe there's a better line for me that doesn't involve like sort of going all in that previous turn. Like, I mean, you know, my opponent was building bigger than I was, so it felt to me like closing the gap, or not. That's how do I say this? Like narrowing the window for them to gain points was, you know, the right approach, but but I don't know. I don't know how likely that dud was either. I mean, it didn't help that I did, you know, like on the previous 2 turns I bought an inn and I shuffled in some like good cards to hit with my mastermind, and that turn I didn't. But then again, I like the number of like I had, what was it? Like I found like all 5 of my merchants and my snowy village, but none of my cards costing 5 or more except for my green cards. I found like 80% of my stop cards, I want to say, ish, maybe 85, like, because I found it was like 5 coppers, no, 4 coppers out of 5, 5 green cards out of 6. I didn't find the silver. I could have played the mastermind as like, so yeah, none of the action cards were technically stop cards because I could have always played them as mouse too. So maybe it was more like 90% of my stop cards, right? Like 4 out of 5 and 5 out of 6. That's actually, I guess it's less than 90%, but it's a lot. So I feel like that was supremely unfortunate, and a game I really would have liked to win. Like, even if I just find remodel there, if I remodel province into province and buy duchy, and they have, like, they only won by 4 points after everything. And granted, they might have been able to do more on their turn than they did in terms of gaining estates. That would have been about it, though, because the duchies and provinces were both empty. So, like, if I remodel province and province, that takes 6 points away from them. And now they're down by 2, so, like, they have to gain some additional estates. And they might have been able to do that. They might have just not optimized their turn for doing that, but it would have been harder for sure. But I mean, really, like, just finding like 1 inn or 1 swashbuckler or something, you know, then maybe I can actually buy province. And if I do that and find remodel, then the game's over. So, like, well, I don't know. I guess maybe they left all 3 provinces. Whatever. I mean, the point is, I don't know, that was just really frustrating. I feel like that one I very much was favored to win. So that was, I mean, obviously also if the previous turn I hadn't screwed up and I had taken an additional province instead of a duchy, that would have helped. Would it have made the difference? Maybe it would have, actually, now that I think about it. I was saying in the game that, oh, like, I would have lost anyway, but Maybe that's not actually true. I hadn't miscounted and hit 15 instead of 16. Because it would, I mean, it's the same thing as the next turn, right? Like milling, well, not exactly. I would have had 3 more points, and they would have had 3 fewer points, because they would have had, like, a duchy instead of a province, and I would have had a province instead of a duchy. That's a 6-point swing. But it's not the same thing as a province disappearing. I'm not sure. It's too much for my feeble brain to process, but certainly that was like the backbreaker game in this set for me. I mean, let me look at what the other games were. So yeah, the first game I liked my play well enough in. The second game, that was the one with Mountebank and Tournament. I don't know, that game was... I came very close to winning that game. And I don't know that there was necessarily too much. Like, the big thing, or the big question would be, like, should I have gotten off a mint at some point in that one? I had the opportunity, I took province instead. It's hard to say. Game 3, I don't know. Like, that one, I fell behind so hard early on, where I just, like, couldn't line up my ironworks with my monastery for a while. Couldn't hit 4. Like, just did not get draw into my deck, and certainly was never able to hit academy, and you know, that, I don't know, it kind of snowballed away from me. I don't know, maybe my opening was bad, but it seemed reasonable, but maybe it would have been better to open like Ironworks lone and then get the monastery after the shuffle, like not try to high roll by lining those 2 cards up. I could believe I misplayed that. Game 4 with the rats thing, that, yeah, I think my mistake there was taking the last engineer that I did. I think if I don't do that, I get 1 more turn and I, you know, outscore what yoifuro can realistically accomplish. Because I was at a point where I was like, I'm like adding horns. I have like good deck control. I have pretty decent payload. And I can potentially also get a bunch more points from emptying Bustling Village. So like if I could have gotten the last couple of Bustling Villages and a couple provinces, that would have been more points than they could have gotten, and they would have been pretty much hosed. They were like all in on that strategy, but because I lowered the engineers, that made it possible. I mean, admittedly, I did not really see that line coming where like they actually did not have to completely thin out their hand with the rats, and that was I mean, I was thinking about it, but I kept thinking, no, there's no way like that you're gonna actually be able to pull that off. But they did, and that was impressive. So good on them for that one. I think a slight misplay from me, but I think they played that one well. So I mean, overall, I think I had 2 games that were really narrow misses. One of them, pretty obvious mistake in the late game, that being game 5. One of them with the tournament Mountebank game, harder to say, but this match very easily could have gone my way if I had, you know, either things had broken a little bit better or if I'd played it a little bit more intelligently. So yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't feel like I got stomped or anything, but not the best way to end the season. So let's see if this has already been updated. It has not. Okay. Or maybe I have to refresh. Now it has. So I might actually not promote, depending on how the match between these two goes. If we end up tied, I do promote because I have the tiebreaker, but that's oh no. If it comes down to that game 5 was the difference between me promoting and not, that's going to be pretty depressing. Well, in any case, that'll be the end of my season, and I guess, if you're watching this, you will find out beginning of next season what actually happened with Pico Paco and whether or not I promote or not. 1713 usually promotes, but it could very easily not here, because Pico Paco has to win 4-2 against Grass Wonder. Grass Wonder actually has done pretty well, aside from losing pretty badly to yoifuro. So, I mean, I would say the odds are, they're obviously in my favor because I win if that's a tie, but, pretty solidly in my favor, but you never know. In any case, thanks for watching, and until next time,